Virginia, we celebrated not Martin Luther King Day, we celebrated Lee Jackson King Day. Think about this. Robert E. Lee, Stonewall Jackson, Martin Luther King Day. There are some seriously messed up white people in Richmond, Virginia. Wow. You see what I'm saying? The people who made these fucked up rich people not be able to get over shit are the people who work their asses off to make them rich. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We have Monument Avenue. Monument Avenue has these enormous, huge dick monuments to Murray and Jeb Stewart and Robert E. Lee and Jeff Davis and so on and so on and so on and so on. When I go home every day, I drive over the Robert E. Lee Bridge. There is nothing for the people who made these white people wealthy. There's nothing. We have a Bojangles monument, not a restaurant, a monument. We got an Arthur Ashe monument. There's a ton of controversy with that because there was a black man on Monument Avenue, which is filled with Confederate monuments. How can you raise a stink over something like that? It infuriates me. It makes me insane. I don't write songs, they just show up. I know everybody who writes songs says that. But this song showed up because I was infuriated. Because if you drive down Interstate 95 south into Richmond and you come over the clock tower, you are driving over a slave burial ground. And there's an interstate above where people were buried and continue to be. If you look just to your left, to the east, where Lumpkin's jail was, there is a mass grave that is a parking lot owned by Virginia Commonwealth University. Does anyone know the name Gabriel Prosser? My conscience says he's the one the history missed. A blacksmith by trade up in Brookfield Plantation, a Henrico County slave for the owner Thomas. If you listen closely, you'll hear the word purpose. The Caribbean uprising, on fire in this land. Up and down the James River, the Monkey and Appomattox, tobacco soul gone bad for the movement for the black. 9 years before, down in Santo Domingo, slaves refused to submit and took the right of all man. Virginia whites got nervous and armed militias. Blacks inspired, plotted, and passed on their plans. Mr. Prosser's Gabriel, as smart as he was strong, had a keloid scars, a mind of knowing right and wrong. Voted general at 24 in the year of 1800, haunted by the hymns and wailing of his fellow slaves. Now does anyone know the name Gabriel Prosser? My conscience says he's the one the history missed. A blacksmith by trade up in Brookfield Plantation, a Henrico County slave for the owner Thomas. It was on an August night in Richmond, Virginia. Gabriel's men gathered as their owners they slept. Some would burn the capitalist tract, residents and masters, while others took to the streets and freed the convicts. Well, the whites, they knew nothing, never seen what could hit them. Nothing like this could happen with their carefree black men. But think about freedom, now think about slavery. Blacks armed themselves with muskets and homemade bayonets. With the white flag on the Capitol, all blacks they would ride. Whites spared, who'd all lose an arm. You're a coward if you own men for profit and greed. You're the coward of all, and for all you must bleed. Now does anyone know the name Gabriel Prosser? on the history myth. A blacksmith by trade up in Brookfield Plantation.